So I just thought about something. I just did a presentation yesterday, and I didn't tell you how to do presentation, effective presentation. When you first do the presentation, first of all, start off with paper and pencil. Do like some type of outline. Well, let's be honest. If you were born now, I'm generalizing, so I apologize. I'm generalizing. So I so I was born in '75, so I'm part of that generation where there are people older than me who really feel a lot more comfortable using paper and pencil, and people younger than me who feel a lot more comfortable doing everything on their laptop or their phone. I love it's funny. I love my generation because I'm literally like in the middle. Like there are people who are born younger than me who don't remember tapes, cassettes, and all that stuff. Who really are, all into today's technology, can only do things on electron. Who don't remember typewriters, word processors. Who, when I say Commodore 64, I'm like, what's that? And there are people older than me who can only do things on on paper and pencil. So I'm literally in that middle generation, Generation X generation, where some of us are more like the older people, more like the younger people. And I'm generalizing, so please take it with a grain of salt. There are a lot of you guys who are born the same time I am, or who are more than comfortable doing everything electronically. So I'm old school. I'm old school. I'm a little bit of both. I am literally 50-50. There's sometimes where I have to pull out the paper and pencil and do my outline of paper and pencil before I get on the computer and do things. Now, so decide which way you're going to do. Commit, commit, commit. To me, there's something about pulling out that paper and pencil that really solidifies things that I need to do that first. Now, I'm old school. I'm old school. I even know some people, some gurus who talk about pull out the paper pencil, screw the computer, pull out the paper pencil. But I got to realize these people are right, but they're also older than me, which means they're part of that generation where they saw the transition from paper and pencil to electronic. So don't get me wrong, these people are highly successful, multimillionaires, some are even close to billionaires. So I may look at them and say, well, they're right. They know what they're talking about. Everyone should pull out paper and pencil, but I got to realize I'm 40 this year in 2 weeks. So if I'm 40 in 2 weeks, these people who are older than me are in their 40s, mid 40s, kind of touching on their 50s. So I have to put that with a grain of salt and say, you know what? They're doing from their experience that got them successful because of when they were born. So if you feel comfortable in doing everything electronic, go ahead. I know people when they sit down in lecture halls to take notes, they pull out their laptop and they do it straight to their laptop. I can't do that. I need to put it on paper and pencil, then laptop. I'm part of that generation. So first of all, make an outline. Why? Because you want to get yourself organized. You need to know what you're going to say in the beginning, middle, conclusion, how you're going to break down the topics. Once you get that outline going, it becomes a lot easier to get things started. It's hard just to pull up the computer and just start your presentation because you don't have a map. What you do with the outline, it gives you a map. Any topic, for instance, I gave my topic about penetrative trauma. So I said, okay, so my first thing I'm going to talk about is my who am I? Talk about my background to establish my credibility. Second thing I'm going to talk about is I'm going to tell them what I'm going to tell them. So what I do in my presentations, I actually tell you what I'm going to do in the beginning. So I get your mind ready for the framework, and then I go ahead and start. I talk about the topic, I introduce each topic, and give examples of each topic, and I go through. And then afterwards, I review what we just went through. So that's another thing that I do. And then afterwards, I put down for questions. So I put down, once I start that outline, then it kind of guides me and keeps me focused on doing my presentation. Have your presentation number 2 done 7 to 14 days out. Get that thing done. Get it moving. Get it pushing. Have it already done and prepared. Second thing you want to do is practice 7 to 14 days at least 3 times a day. Just run through the presentation 2 to 3 times a day every single day. If you can't do it 2 to 3 times a day, do it once a day. Once you get like 2 days in, 2 days in, 2 days left, practice 3 times a day. Now, the reason I told you to do the outline, have it already done, and practice it 3 times a day, because when you do presentation, a lot of people still get nervous to this day. Now, anything else I tell you, it's gonna fall out the window if you're nervous. If you're nervous and you don't know what you're gonna say, you don't know the content, everything else you're not either not gonna be able to do or gonna be ineffective. Why? Because the next couple of steps, if you're nervous, you're stuttering, or talking too fast, or talking too slow, or you're not familiar with the information, you're not going to be able to do the next step, which is I want you to just be relaxed. Practice walking around the room, making eye contact with every person, using your hands, pause, answering questions. Make sure you're fluent, not saying not playing with your hair, not playing with your hands. So what you want to do is practice your presentation style, a style that's engaging to everyone. Make eye contact with people. Um, don't play with your hands, your hair. Don't talk too fast that you lose people. Don't talk too slow that you lose people. People get bored, start looking at their iPhones. Well, the reason I point that out is because if you're not prepared, if you don't know what you're going to say, if you don't know the material, you're going to say a lot of ums because you're not sure what comes next. Or you're going to be too nervous because you're skipping over things because you're talking too fast. But once you already have that information, your presentation solidified in your brain, and you have the confidence within, you're not going to be nervous because you know, hey, I already had this done 7 to 14 days out. I practiced this thing 21 times. Once you have that, once you're very obsessed with being prepared, I tell people what helps me not to be nervous is preparation. If I know I'm prepared, there's no reason for me to be nervous because I know I have what I need to carry out something, whether that's in competition or whether I do a presentation. I tell people if you want to be not nervous, don't even think about medication. Meditation is good, don't get me wrong, but nothing is a better medicine for nervousness than preparation. Once you're prepared and you know something, you will go out there and literally talk to thousands of people the same as if you was talking to somebody one-on-one in the privacy of your own home. So just be very fluent in your presentation style. And that's something you're going to have to work on. I don't tell people you have to present like this, present like that. After you've done, I'll be honest, after you've done maybe close to 100 presentations, you get your own presentation style that works in gel with people. I know people who have two different presentation styles, and I love both of their presentations. Some people, they could talk, actually, some people can get away talking relatively slow, but still capture you because of the way they do their presentation. There's some people who do their presentation in such a way they start off with a joke and then they do their presentation. So that's all. I'm going to keep it simple. When I give my steps, I don't like to be super complex so you're going to forget them. Just focus on those steps. And if you practice those steps well enough and you find something that works, guess what? You come up with your own steps on giving effective presentations, okay? You come up with your own steps, something that works that's probably better than mine. Please. I'm not doing my job if you guys don't come out with content better than mine. I'm just a primer. Someone taught me, now I'm teaching you. Again, I already did Doc B's Daily about why presentations are awesome. So if you're going to do presentations, to build your business, why not get good at them so you can do more presentations, feel more comfortable, get excited to do presentations to larger groups of people, and now your business will grow. So that's how you give effective presentation. This is just, now don't get me wrong, if I had more time, if someone said, "Will give a presentation about how to give effective presentations," then don't. I will have I could give a 40-minute seminar about how to give effective presentations. Because think about it, as a doctor, I have to call specialists and I have to present hours of work that happened to a patient in 2 minutes on the phone, and I have to be very fluent, not say master the English language, not talk too fast. I got to say it in such a way, I got to keep that consultant on the phone and sell the fact that I need you to come in and take care of this patient. I need you to come in and do your job. And it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I just woke you up from sleep. You don't want to be here. So guess what? I have to do an effective presentation. I got to keep, even though I'm from a certain area, I can't be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? No, I got to say this is a 45-year-old person with chest pain, with ST elevation in the inferior leads and blood pressure of 90/70, heart rate of 46. I gave this person 325 of aspirin. I did not give it sublingual nitro because I was afraid it would drop the medication. The patient's now comfortable. I got 2 large outbore IVs in the patient. Oh, by the way, the patient does have cardiovascular risk factors, had a heart attack about 5 years ago. I need you to come in and more than likely take this patient to the cath lab. Boom. Presentation done. I can't be like, well, I got this chest pain patient. They got ST elevate. No, I can be very fluent and tell you what you need to know and sound convincing and not use incorrect grammar. I don't want to turn people off. So, okay, I'm done. I'm talking too much. All right, peace.